thank you for watching Syrian Eats. Today we are making a very famous recipe in Syria. It's called Yalanji, which is stuffed eggplant and stuffed squash, and this is Mexican squash. We stuff it with rice, and I will show you how to make the mix. What we're gonna need, you're gonna need about 5 medium-sized onions, about a pound of tomatoes. You're gonna need about 3 bell peppers. They don't have to be colored, but I feel like it gives it a really nice color. Whenever you cook it, it gives it all the different colors. And you're gonna need about 2 pounds of baby eggplant or aubergines. And this is the size that you want them. You can go a little bit bigger, but not more than this. Not more than a few inches bigger than what I have here. And then this is called the Mexican squash. You can find this at your local grocery store or a Middle Eastern store. And this is about the size that you need it. Usually the smaller the better, but you don't want them to be too long or too big. And then we're gonna need about 2 cups of rice, and by cups is these big glass cups, which measure about 4 metric cups. Or you can use big glass cups like I did. And then here are our spices. We're gonna need salt and allspice. We're gonna need about a cup of olive oil, extra virgin. And we're gonna need pomegranate molasses and citric acid, mint, dried mint. And I make my own because I grow my mint in the backyard, and then before winter time comes, I trim it all up and then I dry it and then I mince it. We're gonna need a very large teaspoon of tomato paste, and same with the pepper paste. I have hot and mild, and like I told you, this goes back to you. The spicier you like it, you can add the whole thing with just hot pepper paste. I like to do both because we don't like it too spicy, and then I don't like it mild either. I feel like the spice gives it a really good flavor. Now, this dish is a vegetarian dish. There is no meat. So for all you vegetarian lovers, this dish is for you. And it is made with olive oil. The only carb in it is the rice. And you are gonna love this dish. And I didn't mention these right here. This is what I'm gonna use to hollow out my squash and eggplant. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. So it is a hard technique, and if you can't do it with these, I've seen people use a apple core and they just measure and hollow out the inside of the squash and eggplant, and you can go ahead and try that if this is something that you're not able to do, which it took me a very long time to learn how to do it. So first thing what we're gonna do is on the Mexican squash, we're gonna wash it first, and then we're gonna take off the top, just like that, and the bottom. And then on the eggplant, we don't wash it first, we wash it after, because eggplant has seeds in it, and we wanna get those seeds out after we... You don't wanna make a hole in it, because if you don't measure and you push it in too far, you will make a hole in the eggplant. And you're gonna core it up just like this. And you want to be very gentle because you don't want to crack it or puncture it, or all the rice will fall out when you cook it. And do you see all the seeds that's coming out? That's why we're going to wash our eggplant after we core it. It's been cored. The thinner you can get it, the better, because it will taste better whenever we cook it with the rice. But if you can't, it's fine. It's not a big deal. The squash, we're going to measure the length, and then we put our thumb where the length is, where we measured, and then we start coring it just like this. Do you see? You got to be very gentle because you don't want to puncture it. And the more you do this, the more you will learn how to be better at it. When I first did it, I punctured so many squash and so many eggplant, and I still kind of struggle with the eggplant because the inside is a little bit thicker than the squash. So the inside of the squash, today we're not going to use it, but you can use it to make a different dish, actually 2 different dishes, which I will show you later on. But today we're just going to be making the yalanji. After it's been poured, you need to have enough room to stuff it with the rice mixture. So I poured my rice into this bowl, and I'm going to fill this bowl up with water. We're going to wash or rinse our rice, and we're going to let the water set in it for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm going to add warm water. I'm going to show you how we're going to rinse our rice. I went ahead and added water, and now I'm just draining out the starches. That's what you want to get out. And then we're going to add warm or hot water. And we're gonna let it soak for about 15 to 30 minutes. And I'm gonna finish dicing up my vegetables, and it should be ready by the time we need it.